welcome back. This will be our second of 3 vintage Barbie videos that we're doing. I'm Kat.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And these are again from Janice's estate. These are Barbies and Barbie friends from the 1970s.
1970s.
More or less, yes.
And so the first 2 we're going to show you are from the Growing Pretty Hair collection.
Your Francie fell out of her box.
Sorry, Francie. Francie is no longer attached. She has the, okay, yeah,
her box.
All right, well, let's just hold her up then.
Yeah, you hold her up, I'll hold Barbie.
Okay, so Barbie is from 1971. These dolls were designed that you could kind of add hair pieces to them.
And they
and I think their hair is supposed to pull. I am not going to pull it because I don't know
that you would pull out the back and they can make it longer or shorter. You can see in the Barbie box, and we'll get close-ups, that you have the extra hair pieces in here. And Francie's box has them as well. There. Francie is missing...
Her comb is around somewhere, but she's missing the flowers.
Yeah, the flowers and the brush, it looks like.
We'll try to get a closer up picture of that for you, but each came with 2 hair pieces, a comb, a brush, and some bobby pins for you to, add the hair pieces to. Now, Barbie is in almost mint condition. Her box has been opened. But she is complete inside there. Let me just double check. Yeah, she is complete inside there. I don't think she's been out of the box. And she was from 1971. Francie, however, is not mint, obviously. Francie, she has been, the box has been torn where she was attached. So even though she still has the little the twist tie around her waist, she's not attached to the box. She has her hair pieces, but she is missing the brush and the flowers. I believe the comb was around here somewhere. We'll find it. But also she does have some staining on the back of her legs.
Yeah, some discoloration.
Sometimes you would have discoloration. Sometimes you would just have staining because it would get up next to something that was dark, or it would get dirt on her. The other thing about her is that I'm not sure with her outfit, the shoulders of the outfit seem to have faded, but I don't know if they were originally, pink into silver, or if it was just, like I said,
it's just oxidized, possibly.
The pink, it's kind of like a lame fabric for the top of her outfit here. She does have her wrist tag, though.
Does she have her shoes? No, she does not. Barbie comes with shoes. I'm seeing on the side of her box she has some shoes.
Okay, well
so
then
it looks
Francie
like
does not have her
is
shoes.
missing shoes as well. And as we mentioned before, we probably will come across shoes. So if that is something you need at some point, just keep watching, because we know there's Barbie outfits and accessories in the boxes that we haven't gotten to yet.
So anyway, so these are what were called the Growing Pretty Hair, Francie and Barbie.
Yes, and they come with a little booklet. You can kind of see it in Francie's box. They come with a booklet that told you how to make the hair work. And we are not testing these. We don't know if the hair works. Yeah. Just, they're going to come as they are.
Yeah, I don't ever want to test anything that I could damage if I did pull it. And a lot of these dolls, I don't remember the Barbies, but I remember the growing hair Chrissy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you pulled the hair and then it wouldn't go back in.
Right, it would get stuck out. So we don't want to, we're not messing anything up for you. All right.
So our next 2 are from the line called the Dramatic New Living Barbie. The first one here,
where's the other one?
She's in the box.
There. Oh, okay. Sorry.
When we were organizing these, we had to kind of take them out to see, what year they were now. The thing about Dramatic New Living Barbie, if you want to hold that one up. This is the box for her. Okay. Now these are not mint condition. They have been kind of pulled out, but I believe they're both still attached to the.
Yeah, it does appear that they are. Yeah.
Okay, so what was new about dramatic new living Barbie was that she was posable. Okay, so her knees and her elbows do bend. She does have the twist and turn waist, but what was different was that she did have a joint. Let me see if I can pull her out carefully.
Yeah, she has jointed wrists. She
has jointed wrists so that you can turn her little hands and she can pose with her hands. It's a little hard to do this with them still attached to the box. But she does have a wrist that turns, and apparently the ankles also will bend. I'm not going to try to push that, but so that was different. Now these did come in different styles. The one we have here, that I have here with the silver and gold lame swimsuit and orange jacket, is from 1970. Okay. And she does have, I think this is
yes, that's her stand.
Okay, so she has what was the original, I think it was called the X stand, little clear plastic stand, but was designed for, so that was what a lot of the early Barbies came with.
She doesn't have her stand, I don't think.
Yes, she does.
Does she?
Yes.
I didn't see it.
No, because it's here.
Oh.
Okay, so this was the one that came out in 1971. Oh, another difference. And we'll have to have photographs of these because you're not going to be able to see them on the video. The 1970, has side glancing eyes. So her blue eyes are looking kind of that direction. When they redid her in 1971, she had eyes that looked straight forward. Okay, that was one of the difference. She also came in a new outfit, this large polka dot swimsuit with the wrap. And she has a round stand. So you have this round plastic piece and then the little, I don't know what they even call it.
They called it a swinging free posing stand.
I have no idea. They're calling it a hook. Anyway, there's a little piece of paper that shows how you actually put it together. But it is a new style of stand. So for these, I definitely would not call them mint, but they do appear to be complete.
And very, very nice condition. I mean, they do not seem to have any damage on them at all.
The boxes are pretty worn, but the dolls themselves are do not look like they were played with at all. So 1970 and 1971, dramatic new living Barbies. All right, who's next, Kat?
It looks like we have just your basic Barbie teenage fashion model.
Okay, so this is called the standard straight leg Barbie from 1970, and she did come in a small box rather than being in one of these acetate fronted boxes or an open fronted box. She is the dark brown hair version. They did come in several different versions of hair colors. She does have her swimsuit in the pink and green. Her stand is in there and her little booklet, and she does have
her
her wrist tag.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got little painted toenails and fingernails.
Yeah. Now this was released in 1970, and the original boxes said, real eyelashes.
Yeah.
But they didn't have real eyelashes. They have painted eyelashes, and so this is the 1971 version where they changed the box and they took off the part about the eyelashes. So the dolls were the same, but that was the difference. It was when the box was put out. So the boxes got a little bit of wear on it, especially on the back and the sides here of the bottom. But the doll looks to be in excellent condition.
Yeah, it looks like it's never been removed. She still has the plastic covering her hair and her her face to keep it from getting damaged. But she does look like she's never been removed. Alrighty.
And then next we have a Malibu Barbie.
And that was, of course, when Barbie got her suntan, the bronze look.
So Malibu Barbie, this one is from 1976, okay? The earlier ones had a different color swimsuit, and the earlier ones came with a pair of sunglasses and a little towel. In 1976, the swimsuit was changed to this rose color, and the accessories were no longer included. They also did not come with a wrist tag, so she's not missing anything. Those were the changes made in 1975, and this one's dated 1976. But she is in brand new box. It doesn't really look like it's been opened that often, but as you can tell, the acetate has turned. It's got that yellowish color to it. And any old thing you find with, even modern dolls that come with these acetate plastic boxes, you know, to display the doll so you can see into the box, that acetate
Will
discolors very easily. So even something that you bought maybe 20 years ago, you know, that's not quite as old as these, you'd still find a lot of them where the acetate has changed. And I don't know if that's affected by where you keep the doll. I would assume sunlight would hasten that, but some of them, it just, as it ages, it turns that kind of yellow color.
Yeah, and again, she's the twist and turn waist, and she's got bendable legs and posable, which, you know, Barbie has gone through many iterations, and some pose, some don't. The original first editions were very rigid. You couldn't do any posing with them, and so they've done things over the years with Barbie, and this one has still got the posable legs like the living, whatever that, dramatic living, but they do not have the ankles and wrists bendable, but they do have the posable legs.
Now, one thing about this Barbie is her box is marked in both English and French. I will have to check to see if this was sold in Europe or if it was sold in Canada, both of which places would have had the French on them for those markets. But it's possible the American ones had the French on them too. A lot of that information is not in the reference book, so if I find it out, it'll be in the listing. If not, you might know more than we do on this. But this is one of the early Malibu Barbies. Again, mint in box.
Yeah. Which one's next? The reproduction. The Ward's Reissue?
Yes. So this is something that's very interesting. This was put out in 1972, and it was a reissue done by Mattel and only available through Montgomery Ward. And there were two different versions. There was the store version, which came in a box similar to these. It would have had. And then there was a version that was only available through the catalog. And it came in this
shipper.
Yeah, this brown cardboard shipper. What's interesting about this one, it's a mix. For some reason, they put the store version in the catalog shipper box. And the reason I know that is because the store version has the manicure. She has red polish on her hands and her feet, which the catalog version did not. So this is a mashup of the two pieces.
Right. And we know that Janice went to a number of the Barbie conventions and things like that. So she probably, you know, got a lot of these dolls from those places. And so, yeah, it's...
And it's possible she bought it in this way. It's possible that somewhere she found the doll and somewhere she found the box. We don't know that for sure, but that's just one of the interesting things about it. But yes, she was done in 1972 and only available through Montgomery Ward's, either in the store or in the catalog. They did not come, let's see, the store version in the printed box would have come with a stand and a booklet. The catalog version did not come with a stand or a booklet, so, and this one does not have either of those.
Yeah, and like I said before, you know, this is definitely the original sculpt where you don't have any, she's very rigid. There's no bendable, there's not really posable. Her arms just move, her legs move, but there's no posing her other than, you know, your basic standing up. That's, you know, how Barbie was originally produced. So again, like I said, the new dramatic living, you know, was a big change for how they made the Barbies.
So she was 1972, reissue, done through Montgomery Works.
Yeah. All right.
And then next we have a couple of Barbie's little friends or other Mattel small dolls.
Her sister first, which was Tutti.
So Tutti, now you can tell Tutti's box is in really rough shape.
So I'm going to take her out so we can see her. And one of our older sisters had a Tutti. I always wanted a Tutti. Barbie and Skipper's tiny sister.
Tutti. Okay, so Tutti is 6 1/4 inches tall. I believe they did come with different color hair. She's got the blonde hair, and she has the pink and floral dress with the little floral panties there and white shoes. So these were released in, like I said, several different outfits. The Tutti dolls were both bendable, posable, so
they have wire inside them.
They have a wire inside the doll, and that would allow you to bend the doll, and it was supposed to stay where you bent it. The problem with the Tutti dolls was that if you played with them too much, sometimes that wire would poke out of the doll.
Yeah, so there's a lot of them you'll find that have been played with, and yeah, they'll be poking, the wires poking out. So she's in excellent condition.
Her hair is a little must, but otherwise,
considering the shape her box is in.
Yeah, her box is in pretty sad shape. But yeah, and sometimes if those wires broke through, the other thing is that the wires would sometimes turn the
skin. It would oxidize.
Yeah, the wire would oxidize and you'd have green spots. They're not very attractive. But anyway, so this is Tutti, and she was Barbie and Skipper's little sister. They were not, and I don't know why I forgot to write the years down, but they were not out
very many years. No.
And then the other thing that they did was a series called
Pretty Pairs.
Pretty Pairs, and there were 3 dolls in this series. This one we have is the African American set called Nan and Fran. And each doll, they are the same size as Tutti, the 6 1/4 inches, and each doll came with her own little
toy
doll, which is about 3 1/2 inches. So Nan and Fran is in her nightgown, cap, and slippers, and her little doll is in a pink sleeper.
Yeah.
And this one is in the original packaging, which has not been opened, but you can see the packaging does have some damage on it.
Yeah, and there's some writing on the package.
There is writing on the, listed 10/23/76. I have no idea what that means, although that may have been when Nan and Fran came out. Yeah, the trademark is 1969, but that's not when they were released. One of the things about the Barbie dolls, it's the early Barbies, and actually most products out there, if you find them in the box, somewhere on the box you will find where it has a copyright date. The copyright date is not the release date, okay? It is when that doll or the mold or the concept was copyrighted by the company. So this one has a copyright date of 1969, but these didn't come out until the 70s. And it's the same with a lot of the other dolls. You will see a copyright date that might say 1960s or 1970s. What you do need to do, though, is look up and find out when that particular doll has been released. And with the Barbies, it's easy to find because they're all out there somewhere on the web. either in a blog post or listed for sale. There's all kinds of information out there for them, so you can find that. But so this is Nan and Fran, and it was from the series called Pretty Pairs, and there were only the 3 of them released. Does it say? Yeah, bendable, posable. So I will assume, let me look at Tutti.
It's probably the same, yeah.
The face is actually a little different, but the body is the same as Tutti, so it does have that posability with the wires inside.
Yeah.
And that is it for our 1970s collection of Barbie and Friends. Again, if you have any comments, questions, if we made any mistakes, please feel free to let us know in the comment section. We do look at those and we will either respond or we'll make corrections. Again, the links to the eBay store and my Etsy site where some vintage things go up are in the description, and also in the description will be the date and time when the listings go live. A lot of these again will be in auction format. Some will be, of this collection, will be in a buy it now format. So just check for that date and know that that's when we give you the exact date and time when I put the listings up. They're scheduled and they go live at that time on that date. So again, if you would like to watch more of our videos, you can definitely subscribe. If you click the little bell thing, most of y'all know this, I mean, if you've been on YouTube, but the little bell thing, that means that your app will send you a notification when we post a new video. And we do have one more that we're going to film in this series, and those are going to be Barbies that were only available for the European and Canadian market.
Yeah.
They were not available in US stores, so these were dolls that were only available in those markets. And that will be in our next video. So again, like and subscribe if you want to, and we will see you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.